বিপিএল এর অন্তর্ভুক্ত মানুষদের জন্য ওয়ো হসপিটাল নিয়ে এসেছে এক অভিনব সুযোগ। খুব কম খরচে চিকিৎসা পরিষেবার সঙ্গে সঙ্গে থাকছে বিভিন্ন সুযোগ এবং বিনামূল্যে পার্কিং পরিষেবাও। রাজারহাট নিউ টাউনে ওয়ো হসপিটালের মার্কেটিং হেড প্রণয় কুমার পাত্র জানালেন একথা। আসুন তার মুখ থেকেই শুনে নিই আর কি পরিষেবা রয়েছে এই হসপিটালে।
24 Hours TV. Today we are sitting in the Oyo Hospital in New Town, Rajahat. Today we are actually with a person, Mr. Pranay Kumar Patra, who is the marketing head of Oyo Hospital. So let's have a small word of conversation and let's come to know all about the Oyo Hospital, the services, the cost which they provide for the patients, and the services which they are providing to the patients, and different other technological terms in the words of medical background. So, Mr. Patra, welcome to 24 Hours TV.
Thank you very much.
So just want to know, like, you're the marketing head of Oyo Hospital. If you can just tell me a small brief about Oyo Hospital. When did it come to when did you launch this hospital, and what all about the hospital is?
Yeah, thank you very much. It is true that Oyo Hospital is a multi-speciality tertiary care hospital situated at New Town. As you have asked for, the kind of facilities available in the services and in our hospital, and the services we provide to the hospital has to be explained to my viewers. Now, first of all, we should know, as I told you, the name itself speaks about the tertiary care, which means we can able to take care all kinds of diseases in Oyo Hospital, which means if a small diseases, whether the patient is suffering from a small disease like dengue, malaria, fever, to the problems of serious when there is a problem in the surgical interventions like neurological disorders, or maybe any problem in the heart where you need to have a angioplasty or an open CABG. So all kinds of treatment are being taken care by Oyo Hospital. Any moment, if you have an emergency also, you can also take care by our competent doctors 24/7, which means we have 2 doctors continuously in emergency department, where any kind of emergency we can able to rule out. Normally what we do, any kind of emergency patient when it comes to our hospital, we put them in 3 to 4 hours and observations. If our medical consultants feels that the patient by treating the 3-4 hours he is okay, then we will ask him to go. Otherwise, we will ask him to admit the patient. If the patient feels he can get admission to our hospital, if he feels the patient should be taken to other hospital, so with our ambulance, we'll send the patient to the respective hospital as per the choice of the hospital.
Okay, so now let me just interrupt you. There are a lot of private hospitals in entire Kolkata, maybe in West Bengal too, right? And why should people not go to Fortis, not go to Wockhardt Hospital, Wockhardt Kidney Institute? Why shouldn't they go to Woodlands Hospital? Because they're already branded, they're already recognized, and to be very honest, if you look at people, like, they go for brands because they know, like, these hospitals have been running for years now. They have already captured the market, they have captured the trust of the people. So what makes the difference between Oyo Hospital and so many other private branded hospitals? Why should people recognize Oyo Hospital as one of the best hospital in terms of medical facility? Why should people come to your hospital? So if you can explain that in a very brief terms.
In fact, the questions which have asked me, it's very, very difficult in the sense, see, there is a criteria of a designed as a multi-speciality hospital or tertiary care. By and large, there are 80 to 20 multi-speciality hospitals we have at Kolkata. If you look at the service label and the service periods, you will see in the by and large it's same. Now the question comes, when it comes into the reality, that's the places where difference. Every hospital will talking about that we are providing this much of services, but whether these services are really effective while we are distributing to the patient, that is very important areas. Now these areas are the hospital name which you talked about me. So if you compare all the services, as I told you earlier, all the services is available with us. But in spite of that, definitely we have an USP. We have considered the surrounding peoples where the most of the people are mediocre people, even the poor people are staying in the locality behind our hospital. So we have a subsidized clinic for that. We have a subsidized clinic where the consultation fees we have designed for only 150 rupees, where most of the hospital will find it starts from 800 rupees, even 1500 rupees, so that the poor people, the mediocre people can avail the opportunity by getting in touch with a doctor and taking the advantage by his treatment or his family members. Not only that, during the course of the treatment, when the doctor prescribes certain amount of investigations, so we provide a discount on the investigation. So the whole package we are designing for the subsidized people, provided the people or the man has to be a poor or a middle class family member.
Right. Now, the third question which comes to my mind, why exactly this location, sir? Because Kolkata is very vast and there are a lot of other open areas, there are a lot of other areas where you can actually, you would have gone for constructing such a, such an hospital where people could have availed for services. But why exactly Newtown and why exactly this location? I want to know from you, sir.
See, the chairman of a hospital, as I talked to you earlier also, Dr. Ashish Kumar Rokhit. Dr. Ashish Kumar Rokhit is an intervention cardiologist. He stays in United States of America along with his missus. Both of them are working for the last 35 years in the States. Now, it was Dr. Rokhit's intention and which is feeling that we should have a hospital at Kolkata. So since then, he is trying to look out which is the best place to find out and where the hospital to be built up. Finally, we thought Newtown is a new place where the lot of hospitals are coming up. And I tell you today, after 5 years, you will find that Newtown will be a healthcare hub. There are at least 20 hospitals who have their land here. So after 5 to 10 years, you will find every hospital will have their hospital here, which means in coming year, it will be a hub. So we have considered the place which is potential, where we have got it's not the pollutions like the most of the Kolkata's north and central part of Kolkata. You must have seen here that Newtown is a place, there are less of pollutions are there. So they are considering this. We have opened a hospital at the places where we could able to cater the services to the people who are not enjoyed the medical facilities of our infrastructure.
So, now talking about Oyo Hospital, if you can brief out about what are the different kinds of services you're providing, what are the different departments, like a lot of hospitals, they are specialized, in cancer, they are specialized in orthopedic, they are specialized in heart, like cardiology and everything. But Oyo Hospital, as you told me earlier, like it's giving overall all kinds of services and it's facilitating their patients with all kinds of problems. So if you can tell me or if you can brief me about what are the different departments you are having which makes it different from other hospitals.
See, any multi-specialty hospital, as I told you, any multi-specialty hospital, they should have all the departments. Like they should have a medical management department which can take care of the medical diseases. Medical diseases means which do not need surgical intervention. So this is called medical management and the conservative treatment. So we have a medical management department and the medicine department, and the competent doctor, they could able to treat the patient medically. Then coming down to the surgery department. So we have a surgery department when we could do all kinds of surgery. I can tell you more small 2-3 operations which you can able to understand. Like males, we have the problem in the gallbladder, which is known as cholecystectomy, gallbladder stone. So we can do that. We can do the operation for the hydrocele. We can do the operation for hernia. We can do the operation for piles. These are the males. Coming down the females, we can do the hysterectomy. We can do the operation for the ovarian cyst also. So all kinds of surgeries are being performed here. Then next one is orthopedic surgery. Any kind of fractures, whether it's a small bone, whether it's a big bone, does not matter. But we will do all kinds of surgeries. So for the orthopedic department is concerned, we do. Then neurological department. The neurological department is another department where we provide the services like medicine department and like spine surgeries and the brain surgery, which is very, very difficult. We are capable of doing this sort of surgeries here. And the last and the final, which is very, very important, is the cardiology department. Now, cardiology department is a very, very important department today because out of 10 patients, you will find about 7 to 8 patients, either they are suffering from either hypertension or they are having a blood sugar. Whenever people continue with the blood sugar or the hypertension for a prolonged period, so it is data says they are landing in a place where they have a problem in the heart. So we have a cardiology department where we do the medical management. At the same time, we do surgery also by doing the angioplasty, where there is a blockage in the heart. By doing the angioplasty, doing the angiogram, we find out the place, then we will do the angioplasty. So we can have all the department, whatever the multi-specialty hospital should have, we have.
And I would like to question about the infrastructure. What is exactly the infrastructure of Oyo Hospital, and how many beds are there? Because there are a lot of hospitals, be it government or private, patients do have this, particular complaint, their lack of beds. Because whenever the families, they admit their patients, either they have to sleep on the floor or they have to, fight for the beds. So can you just tell me about the infrastructure of this Oyo Hospital in your own terms?
Say, as you told me rightly said, but say government hospital, this is a scenario, most of all, everybody should know. But when patient comes to a private hospital, they are having a different kind of expectations because they are paying us. So therefore, considering this, we have designed the hospital for a 300-bedded hospital. So the hospital is a 300-bedded hospital. Along we have got 5 OTs. This is called modular OTs, which is the latest OT in the healthcare scenario. So we have 5 OTs, and along with that 2 cath labs we have. So these are the infrastructure we have. We have completely centralized AC. So the whole hospital is a centralized AC. So the patient could have not any problem so far their comfortability is concerned. Then for the rich people, we have a system for the suite and deluxe bed. These are the systems also we have. Now coming down to the food. Now we have top floor, we have a kitchen where we provide the food for the patient as designed by the dietitian and the doctor also. Not only that, every food which have been prepared by the kitchen chef, that has been tasted by a person. So every morning and evening, the person tastes the food before it goes to the patient. So he tastes the food, get it signed in the paper, then it goes to the food. If he finds something wrong, the food should go back to the kitchen, ask him to prepare once again, and then the food was prepared, served to the patient. So we'll take care not only the treatment part of it, we also take care about the diet part of the patient as an hygienic and the most based one, what exactly normally it should be.
Okay. So a lot of hospitals are there where, they suggest for this X-ray, they suggest for all of the tests. But they don't do that, they don't provide that services in their own hospitals. They refer for some, private places. They tell their patients, you can go there and do these X-ray. You can take out X-ray reports and you can, meet us in the next appointment. So is that the same case with Oyo Hospital? And do you have any such service also? Like if a patient has to take their X-ray, or if a patient has to go for any blood test or something. So do you have any labs separated for that also? Or do you also refer your patients for some outside, like they have to go out and they have to go to their X-ray reports and everything? So do you have any separate labs for that?
Let me explain it in a different way. You are talking about the investigation part of the whole. Right. Now, investigation is one of the major part of the investigation is pathological tests, which means the test pertaining to the blood. This is called pathology. So we have all kinds of facilities which is supposed to be a multi-specialty hospital. We have all blood facilities, test facilities here. So any patient can come have their test here. As I told you earlier, a multi-specialty hospital, Kolkata, there are about 22 hospitals as multi-specialty hospital. By and large, you will find this is at par. If you compare with other hospital nearby, which has got the same infrastructure, you will find our rate is at par. Maybe little variation, that happens to every hospitals, little variations. But what you are referring to, I was going back to the place which you are asking for. Next, going to the X-rays. So we have all kinds of X-rays, even the CT scan also we are having. Then ultrasonography facilities also we are having. So we have all kinds of, then TMT is another test, which we could able to understand the condition of the heart also, this facility. We have echocardiography also. We have ECG also. So all the facilities, by and large, whatever is required for the treatment of a patient is available with us, and that is under one roof. It doesn't require to go to the other places for have their investigations.
Sure. And the last question I would like to focus on for parking. Because there are a lot of hospitals where patients, especially the families of the patients, they have to face a lot of challenges while parking for their, vehicles. So what about the parking facility in your hospital? Because a lot of places they are chargeable also, and there's lack of space for, there's no enough space for parking. And there are a lot of restrictions when it comes to two-wheeler or four-wheeler. People are actually allowed to park their four-wheelers, but when it comes to two-wheelers, they are again not allowed. They are restricted. They are said like, you know, you need to go out of the hospital. आप यहाँ park कर लो, आप वहाँ park कर लो. So what about the parking infrastructure in your hospital?
I'm quite happy that you have asked these questions to me. Otherwise, I could have raised this point. It is true in Kolkata because of the lack of space. Most of the hospital would not in a positions to provide the parking space to the doctors and to the viewers and the patient party also. I must also tell you that we have got before, while you are coming, you must have seen the hospital. We have got enough space for the parking. Right now, I must also confirm you, there are at least 100 four-wheelers we can able to accommodate as a parking in front of the hospital, in the back side of the hospital. And also we have a down levels, you know, there is a big place where we have got to able to park a huge number of cars. Among that too, free of cost. We will not charge anything either from the doctors or the patient party for that. The parking is absolutely free.
Okay. So that's how we come to a conclusion, like how is Oyo Hospital going to be beneficial for all its patients, be it a middle class, be it higher class, be it from lower background. So today we would like to take the privilege to say that Kolkata has today really advanced in medical technology, where hospitals like Oyo Hospital have been built in a place called Newtown, because Newtown has today been considered as a developed place. It's almost going to be a hub, medical hub in Kolkata for maybe around about in the next 5 years. So today we got the opportunity to speak to Mr. Patra, who is looking after the marketing department of Oyo Hospital, and he in his own terms, he has explained us how this Oyo Hospital is going to be beneficial, is going to provide its qualitative and of course quantitative services to its patients, beneficiary for them and of course beneficiary for the hospital too. The most important thing which is really to be pointed is the cost. Because India, especially West Bengal, which is being considered a place for middle class background, because a lot of people who don't belong to a higher class background, they cannot afford to go to a private hospital. They think twice. They think twice to get admitted to a private hospital, to get proper surgeries just because of the cost. But Oyo Hospital today in this era has facilitated to those patients who really cannot afford much. They can go through their surgeries, they can avail for the surgeries, they can avail for the proper treatment in a very cost-effective way. 24 Hours TV wishes Oyo Hospital a very all the very best, and we are absolutely sure that whatever infrastructure, whatever the motive Oyo Hospital has for its patients, it will definitely accomplish all its motives. And the way you have been working hard, I'm sure people would definitely be pacified with your services, with your facilities, and I wish all the very best to the hospital on behalf of our 24 Hours TV audience. And thank you so much, Mr. Patra, for giving us so much time from your busy schedule to speak to 24 Hours TV, and you have really given a lot of information to our audience. I think definitely people would know the hospital now, and I'm damn sure people from different locations of Kolkata, maybe from West Bengal, they would definitely come to avail the services from Oyo Hospital. Thank you so much. Any 2 words from your words for 24 Hours TV?
So I must also give you a thanks because we are putting our best effort to provide the kind of services which a middle class family members is required. So with all the facilities, we are here to provide the services to the middle class people, at the same time upper middle class family people. Now with your help and cooperation, we are expecting that this message should go to the people who did not even heard the name of Oyo Hospital, did not have a wrong message because of some people, So the correct message you are helping us you are giving us an opportunity to talk about the entire situation of the hospital, so that when this message goes to the people, they will understand what exactly Oyo Hospital is doing for the facilities and for the treatment of the common people.
আসুন তাহলে আমরা কথা বলে নিই ডক্টর প্রতীক কুমার মিত্রের সঙ্গে, যে ওইও হসপিটালে আইসিইউ ইনচার্জ। তেনার মুখ থেকে শুনে নিই কীভাবে উনি ম্যানেজ করছেন আইসিইউটাকে, আর কীভাবে আইসিইউ পেশেন্টসকে ম্যানেজ করাটা কীভাবে চ্যালেঞ্জিং, সেটা ওনার মুখ থেকে একটু কথা শুনে নিই। স্যার, প্রথম কথা, আপনি 24 আওয়ার্স টিভির দর্শককে একটু বলতে পারবেন আইসিইউ ইনচার্জ হওয়াটা কত বড় একটা দায়িত্বর কাজ, আর আইসিইউ পেশেন্টসগুলোকে ম্যানেজ করাটা কি মানে কত বড় চ্যালেঞ্জিং একটু?
আপনারা ভালো করেই জানেন যে আইসিইউতে কিরম পেশেন্ট আসে, এবং প্রত্যেকটাই মডিবাউন্ড থাকে এবং খুব হাইলি ক্রিটিক্যাল, এবং তখন আমাদের একটা পেশেন্টকে তো আমাদের স্টেবল করার আমাদের ফার্স্ট প্রায়োরিটি, তার সঙ্গে কিন্তু মানে তার যারা ফ্যামিলি আমাদের তাদের দিকটাও খেয়াল রাখতে হয়, কারণ তারা অনেক বেশি মানে তারা অনেক বেশি তখন ভয় পেয়ে থাকে যে কী হতে চলেছে পেশেন্টের সঙ্গে, কি হবে কি না হবে, কতটা ক্রিটিক্যাল সেই পেশেন্ট, এবং কাজেই আমাদেরকে যেমন সেই অর্থে একাধারে পেশেন্টকে স্টেবিলাইজ করার চেষ্টা করতে হয়, একই সঙ্গে তার বাড়ির লোককেও এবং মানে ভালো করে পেশেন্টের সম্পর্কে আমাদের বোঝাতে হয়, এবং একসঙ্গে এই দুটো কাজ করা, এবং মাঝে মধ্যেই আমাদের কিন্তু অনেক সমস্যার মুখে পড়তে হয়, এবং যেমন বিভিন্ন সময়তে তার বিভিন্ন পেশেন্টের বাড়ির লোকরা জানতে চায় যে কেন এরকম হলো। সবসময় তো আমরা সেই কেন উত্তর দিতে পারি না, কারণ আমাদের প্রত্যেকটা ডিজিজের কিছু সিজনাল ভেরিয়েশন থাকে, তার সঙ্গে সেই যে কোনো পেশেন্টের কিছু ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড প্রবলেম থাকে। যাই হোক, আমরা আমাদের ওহাইও হসপিটালে আমাদের ফুল সেট আপ আইসিইউ, এবং তার সঙ্গে আমাদের ট্রেন নার্স, ডক্টরস টিম, এবং আমাদের টোটাল মেডিকেল টিম, তার সঙ্গে নন মেডিকেল পার্সন, আমরা সবাই একসঙ্গে, এবং প্রত্যেকের নিজস্ব রেসপন্সিবিলিটি রয়েছে।
আচ্ছা, এটা আমি জানতে চাইছি যে কটা নার্স এক্স্যাক্টলি, মানে ওই এক্স্যাক্টলি একটা কোনো আইসিইউ কেস থাকলে অ্যাপ্রক্সিমেটলি কটা নার্সেস ওইখানে অ্যাপয়েন্টেড থাকে, ডক্টরসের কীভাবে ওইখানে অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট থাকে, বা কটা ডক্টরস এমার্জেন্সি কেসে অ্যাভেলেবল থাকে, যদি এইটার ব্যাপারে একটু উল্লেখ করতে পারেন।
যখনই আইসিইউতে কোনো পেশেন্ট আসে আমাদের 1-to-1 আমাদের নার্সিং দেওয়া থাকে, এবং আমাদের তার সঙ্গে আইসিইউ আরএমও রয়েছেন, এবং অ্যাজ এ কনসালটেন্ট আমি রয়েছি, এবং তার সঙ্গে রয়েছে অ্যাডমিটিং কনসালটেন্ট। এবং
আর তাছাড়া মানে পেশেন্টসরা মানে কটা পেশেন্টস অন অ্যান অ্যাভারেজ আপনি অ্যাটেন্ড করেন আইসিইউতে, মানে যদি কেন কি এতদিন ধরে যেহেতু আপনি আইসিইউতে আছেন বা আইসিইউ ইনচার্জে আছেন, তো অন অ্যান অ্যাভারেজ কটা পেশেন্টস আপনাকে অ্যাটেন্ড করতে হয়, যদি কিছু বলতে পারেন আমাদের দর্শককে।
আমাদের পার ডে অ্যাভারেজে 4 to 5 আইসিইউ পেশেন্ট থাকে, এবং তার মধ্যে কেউ খুবই ক্রিটিক্যাল থাকে এবং কেউ মডারেট ক্রিটিক্যাল, এবং গ্র্যাজুয়ালি আমাদের ট্রিটমেন্টের মাধ্যমে আমরা কিছু পেশেন্টকে ভালো করতে পারি, এবং কিছু পেশেন্টকে এবং কিছু পেশেন্ট এমনও থাকে যে যাদেরকে আমরা ভালো করতে পারি না, কিন্তু সেক্ষেত্রেও আমাদের একটা মানে একটা বড় রেসপন্সিবিলিটি থাকে যে কেন করতে পারলাম না, সেই ব্যাপারগুলো পেশেন্টের ফ্যামিলির সঙ্গে শেয়ার করা, কারণ সব রোগ ঠিক হওয়ার মতো থাকে না।
যদি কিন্তু এমন কিছু সিচুয়েশন যে কেন কি অনেক এমার্জেন্সি সিচুয়েশনস হয়ে যায়, এক এক সময় কী হয় ডক্টরসরা বাই সামহাও কোনো অন্য কাজে ফেসে গেছে বা অন্য কোনো সিচুয়েশনে প্রবলেমে ফেসে আছে, সেই সময়তে খালি নার্স আছে আর আপনি আছেন, সেই সময়তে কিন্তু ডক্টরের অ্যাকচুয়ালি দরকার। ওই সময়তে আপনার কী ফার্স্ট স্টেপ হয় পেশেন্টসকে অ্যাটেন্ড করার জন্য, সেটা যদি আপনি কিছু বলতে পারেন।
বিং এ আইসিইউ ইনচার্জ, যে কোনো ক্রিটিক্যাল সিচুয়েশান হ্যান্ডেল করার আমার রেসপন্সিবিলিটি, আর এবং আমরা সেটা এখানে করে থাকি। এবং যে অ্যাডমিটিং কনসালটেন্ট, কিছু ক্ষেত্রে আমিও অ্যাডমিটিং কনসালটেন্ট হই, কিছু ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের যারা ভিজিটিং আছেন, প্রতি ক্ষেত্রেই, এবং তারা হয়তো রাউন্ড দিয়ে চলে গেলেন কিন্তু পেশেন্ট খারাপ হয়ে গেল, তখন পুরো রেসপন্সিবিলিটি আমার। এবার যতক্ষণ না আমি পেশেন্টকে স্টেবল করতে পারছি, আমি এবং আমার ডক্টরস টিম, তার সঙ্গে আমাদের এমার্জেন্সি টিম, আমরা সবাই মিলে পেশেন্টকে স্টেবিলাইজ করার চেষ্টা করি, এবং যা একটা ক্রিটিক্যাল পেশেন্টের জন্য যা করা দরকার, এবং আমি খুব প্রাউডলি বলতে পারি আমি এখানে সব কিছু পাই, এবং যা রিসোর্সেস প্রয়োজন পড়ে, এবং একটা ক্রিটিক্যাল কেয়ার পেশেন্টকে ম্যানেজ করার জন্য আমি এখানে সবটাই আমার হাতের কাছে পাই। এমনকি আমরা মানে এরকম হয় অনেক ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের ক্রিটিক্যাল পেশেন্টকে ট্র্যাকেস্টমি পর্যন্ত বেডসাইডে করতে হয়, সেটাও আমরা এখানে করতে পারি।
Thank you so much, 24 Hours TV ke eto kichu apni knowledge diyechen. Thank you so much for that. Today we will be having a word of conversation with Dr. Rahul Hanan, who is the Directive Head of Emergency Department. Let's have a quick word of conversation with him and come to know what exactly he wants to say about Oyo Hospital and the medical facilities being given by Oyo Hospital. Hello, Dr. Anand. Welcome to 24 Hours TV. My first question to you would be, how did you get connected to Oyo Hospital in Kolkata?
Yeah, I got connected here because I am a resident of Newtown. So in Newtown, when I came in to reside here 4 years back, I saw this huge building, splendid hospital with all the infrastructures required. That's how I came in and I got a chance to work here, and since then I'm working for last 2 years now.
And as you're connected to emergency department, can you just tell me, like, what are the challenges you have to face? Because there are a lot of patients, different kinds of patients you have to go through in different conditions, in different emergency conditions. So what is the exact challenge, if you can just tell to our audience?
The main challenge in India is giving a proper healthcare and emergency services right now at this moment. Here in Ohio Hospital, what mainly we get is a road traffic accident patients. Patients come in with huge amount of trauma who get on the road, bike accidents, another for four-wheeler accidents, vehicle accidents. And because this area is located in a corporate area, so we get few emergencies from this office building space also. Patients having shortness of breath. Recently what happened, there was a gas leak in one of the EcoSpace buildings, some office there, and suddenly there rushed around 50 to 60 employees of that institute. And with God's grace and our facilities and management's decision, we were able to provide first aid and all kind of reliefs to those kind of patients who came in with. Not even that, recently what happened, there was a collision of bus. 3 buses collided at the same time, and people sitting in all those 3 buses rushed in here because the accident happened quite nearby.
So that was totally a casualty case, right?
It was not a casualty. We call it code black. Okay. People came in with different kinds of injuries of various degrees. In that case also we were able to provide proper services, proper resuscitation was done to all the patients who came in, and all the patients went away happily.
So this is the first place you're working as a doctor, or you've already got any work experience anywhere else also?
I have worked for 3 years in Peerless Hospital, 1 year in Medica Super Speciality Hospital.
So how do you find Oyo Hospital different from those 2 different medical institutes? Like, what exactly do you find different here?
Different is its infrastructure. It's so well planned that any doctor or any medical person would love to work here, because the way the building and everything is planned, you would hardly get in any hospital in Kolkata at the moment. It's so well planned.
After you joining with Oyo Hospital, do you have any particular memory, any such incident or any such case with any kind of patient which was really very critical to you and you were really puzzled like what to do now?
See, there was one very good case. There was a soccer match going on in this DPS school, and there was a 15-year-old kid. I won't name his name. He came in with absolute cardiac arrest. What happened? He scored a goal, and when the students and the children started celebrating, they pumped his. They just sat on his chest, and his heart stopped. He was immediately rushed on to the hospital, this department itself. And we were able to resuscitate that patient, and finally we got to see that he had his heart ruptured. His right ventricle was ruptured. So that guy, that poor guy, we were able to save it, and because we don't have any cardiothoracic setup at the moment, we had to shift the patient to Medica Super Speciality Hospital at that time, but we were able to resuscitate that patient properly. That absolutely stopped heart was again start into motion here. So that was a great case for us, and we were successful in that.
So that's how you can see how Dr. Rahul Anand has tried to explain about the emergency cases he had to go through, and I'm sure it's just not Dr. Rahul Anand, it's the entire team who has been continuously putting a lot of efforts to recover the patients of the emergency. And not only the emergency department, I'm sure every department is working too very hard to recover the patients coming to Oyo Hospital with a belief and trust that the hospital would facilitate with all kinds of services in case of emergency too. So I would request to all the people watching our television channel to please visit Oyo Hospital and definitely take the best ever services from all the doctors and all the medical facilities from Oyo Hospital. With camera person Debanjan Sushmita Haldar, 24 Hours TV, Kolkata.